Hello friends, welcome back. It's so good to see you. I hope you're doing great. If not, that's okay. Doing good is also fine. If hindi pa rin, that's still okay. Actually, you know what? I'll share something with you. A couple of days ago when I was filming, I had to stop myself and tell myself, Ira, no, take a break. I had to take a break because I was feeling like there was something missing, something wrong. And I knew that I had to give myself a moment and recenter. And that's what I did. I took a break and now I am back. You know, if there's one thing that I've learned during these difficult times is that it's okay not to be okay. If you are feeling this way, just like me, please know that it's fine to take a break. It's not a problem at all. Just jump back in when you're ready. Speaking of ready, I am ready. Welcome back to
Playing It by Ear with Ira.
Before I start, gusto ko na magpasalamat sa inyo ng taos-puso. I am overwhelmed with your love and your support. Please know that I will continue to push out content that are well-researched and actionable. Again, maraming salamat po. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for subscribing. Allow me to introduce myself. Ako po si Celine. I am a singer-actor from the Philippines. I am a touring production vocalist sa Norwegian Cruise Lines. I am also a Pinoy Pop Superstar Year 2 Grand Finalist, 4th runner-up, and I was a 4-time daily champion sa Tawag ng Tanghalan noong 2016. 2 weeks ago, I started a series called The Audition Essentials. Napag-usapan po natin doon yung tungkol sa resumes and sa demo reels. Today, pag-uusapan naman natin ang headshot. Ano nga ba ang headshots? What are the things that we need to remember? And what are the worst mistakes that one can make when getting a headshot? These are the questions we will answer. Today, I am joined by a very special guest. A friend and a colleague who in the midst of the pandemic managed to bring the importance of headshots to the forefront, helping thousands, 10,000 to be exact, of furloughed and unemployed Americans, not only artists, to have new headshots taken to help them find new opportunities and get new jobs.
Social media page, that way they can see a clean slate. I'm ready to work basically, and so that's kind of what I hope to achieve by coming here.
Just like that. Perfect. All right, square it one more time for me. Clientele are people who are unemployed and seeking jobs, so we're hoping to give them a little bit of hope and confidence as they step forward into the job market again after this pandemic. Especially as we're leading into virtual interviews, the LinkedIn process now where everything is online. You can't make that first impression with a handshake. You need to make that first impression with a headshot right there.
Hi David, I hope you're doing well. First things first. Could you please let the viewers know who you are, what you do, and how we know each other?
First of all, salamat po for letting me be a part of this. This is really awesome. I love that you are educating and helping people, Ira, so thank you. My name is David Longobardo. I am a photographer based in Miami, Florida. I travel the world and the country taking photos, headshots, and portraits of all kinds of people, all different professions and things like that. I'm also an actor and a freelance production manager. So I work with Norwegian Creative Studios, which incidentally is how I met Ira. He was a performer in one of the ships that I was working on with Norwegian Cruise Lines, and we got to know each other a little bit right there. And so yeah, that's how I got to know him.
That's awesome. Let's get cracking. According to Wikipedia, a headshot is a modern portrait in which the focus is on the person. New York-based acting coach Matt Newton adds, your headshot is your calling card, a nice color 8x10 print of your face from which people will hire you. Having this basic definition in mind, here are some things you might want to consider before ka magpakuha ng headshot. Find a photographer that you can trust.
Once you've decided that you're going to do it, you want to hire a professional, and you want to treat it as if it's just as important to you as going in for an audition. What I mean by that is doing your research, finding the professional photographer. Just because they're a good wedding photographer does not mean that they're going to be a good headshot photographer. A good headshot photographer is able to help you with your expression, understanding your niche, your genre, the things that you do. If you're a dancer and you go to a guy or a woman who's really good at taking, bridal portraits, that may not translate. But if they have in their portfolio some really solid dancing portraits or headshots from actors and things, then great. Next thing you do after you've determined whether or not they have the right quality and experience in the thing that you're looking for, then what you also want to do is make sure that they're right fit as far as personality. Definitely give them a call. Get to know them, have a conversation, ask them a couple of questions, see if they feel good for you.
Kailangan mo ng isang photographer with a keen eye for detail. Yung merong idea kung paano mag-manipulate ng ilaw, ng shadow, and ng equipment to enhance and bring out your best authentic beauty. Another important thing to note, kailangan compatible kayo ni photographer. Kailangan palagay ang loob nyo sa isa't isa. Ang pinaka-importante, you find a professional na you think can meet your needs. Be a creative collaborator. Let the photographer know about your thoughts and your ideas. Walang masama kung mag-present ka sa kanya ng ideas, especially if these ideas include skills that could help you, the shoot, and the final product. Just remember not to overstep boundaries. Maybe you are experienced already or bihasa ka na and you know how to apply your own makeup. And maybe you also know what looks good on you when it comes to styling. If this is the case, let your photographer know in advance. On the other hand, if you are a complete beginner or you're someone who just wants a hassle-free photo shoot, you might want to consider hiring a styling team with a makeup artist and a wardrobe specialist. Just like how meticulous you are in finding a photographer, kailangan meticulous ka din sa paghanap ng styling team. Okay, so those things that I have mentioned are things that you can control. But when it comes to lighting, shadows, foreground, background, color grading, these are the things that are outside your control. In fact, you shouldn't even be thinking about it. Leave it to your photographer. If you have pegs, looks, or mood boards, pakita mo sa kanya. Walang masama kung mag-present ka sa kanya ng idea like I have mentioned. But, importante na you allow your photographer to exercise his or her artistic freedom. Be prepared. David, I am sure you've been in many different situations while taking headshots where there have been issues when it comes to the person's or subject's preparedness. What advice can you give our viewers so that they arrive camera ready?
Drink lots of water. Make sure you're hydrated. Don't drink too much coffee. You'll get jittery and uncomfortable. Make sure you have lots of outfit choices. And some photographers do looks where you have 3 or 4 different outfit choices that you can bring. Bring the ones that you love, the ones that you absolutely feel good wearing. Make sure that you have a good night's sleep. Don't go out drinking the night before. Your diet building up to it. There's so many things to make you feel the most comfortable and the most confident in what you're doing. I could talk for a long time, but I think that those are the biggest and most important things that I can say.
Focus on your breathing, your face, and your body. Kahit na kadalasan, head and shoulders lang ang kasama sa isang frame ng isang headshot, kailangan cognizant ka pa rin sa iyong paghinga, sa iyong mukha, at sa iyong katawan. Just like how a singer consciously places a breath before singing a sustained note, or how a dancer exhales before a port de bras devant or forward bend, or how an actor controls his or her breath while delivering a line.
And if Draco should fail, will you yourself carry out the deed the Dark Lord has ordered Draco to perform?
I will.
You need to exercise proper breathing techniques before, during, and in between takes. This way, your mind will be clear and you will be relaxed. The last thing you want is to look uncomfortable and stiff sa iyong headshot. Your face is the base of the photo, but your eyes are the focal points. You can't just look pretty in a headshot. When somebody looks at your headshot, they should feel compelled to want to know you and your story more. Kapag na-achieve mo yung ganitong effect ng headshot, I am pretty sure they will invite you to audition because they would want to see you. Before ka mag-start mag-research ng photographers mo at ng makeup stylist mo, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and a like. If you love this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, let's go back. Here are the things you need to avoid. Iwasan mo ang bright-colored, bold-printed, and branded clothing. Make it easy for your photographer to edit your photos and make it easy on the eyes of the person looking at your headshot. Be thoughtful in choosing and using accessories. In fact, I recommend you not using any accessories at all. But if you have to, think simple. This one's kind of a no-brainer, but it's worth mentioning anyway. Please do not use contact lenses that alter the natural color of your eyes. And now David is back to round up the list. David, what is the worst mistake one can make when getting a headshot?
Worst mistake that you can make is not hiring a professional. No more selfies. I know cell phones have come a long way. iPhones have portrait mode, and you can probably get a decent headshot through that. There's a lot of cool things that you can do, but without intimate knowledge and professional experience on how to utilize lighting, how to accentuate features, it's really not a good idea to do it yourself. So worst thing is not hiring a professional. That said, there are other pieces and parts that you can do when it comes to hiring a professional. So just because they're a professional doesn't mean they're the right fit for you.
Maraming salamat, David, for joining me. I hope we could get back to working together again soon. Please continue doing amazing work over there. Stay safe. Let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Again, thank you so much, Ira, for having me on here. And if you guys have any questions, you can head to dlcaptures.com, shoot me a message, and I'm happy to answer them.
I have included David's contact details in the description box below should you wish to get in touch with him. Now that you have an idea of how much thought you need to put into your headshot, why not take it a little further by making an impressive resume or demo reel? Click the playlist over here and you will get all the information you need. Thank you for joining me this week, and remember, if you need a break, take one, take two, take all the time you need because you deserve it. And lastly, you are amazing. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!